Welcome back, everybody. Since you aren't able to come to the aquarium right now, we're gonna bring the aquarium to you. Now, last time we learned about moon jellies and what kind of things would eat jellyfish, right? So that has led us here to the shark habitat, and I'm here with Mark, and he is on saltwater. Mark, tell us a little bit about your job.
Yeah, so I'm one of the saltwater aquarists, and so I take the shark habitat behind us. And it ties in really well because two of our animals in here actually eat jellyfish in the wild. So sea turtles have been known to eat jellyfish. Certain species like the leatherback feeds primarily on jellyfish.
Very cool. Now you mentioned that we have sea turtles, and I know that if people have been to the aquarium before, they've noticed they have like little backpacks on. Tell us about those.
So they both have them because they both have buoyancy issues. So they both float without those backpacks. So basically it's just a little pouch, and in that pouch we can add weight to it. So without that weight, they would float up. Sometimes you'll kind of see the green sea turtle, her back end is kind of rising up higher than her head. And so they're both here because they couldn't survive in the wild. So without those backpacks, they wouldn't be able to dive down for food, and so they wouldn't be able to survive. And those backpacks fall off like once a month. So every month or so we have to re-glue them back on.
Interesting. So it's kind of like if a scuba diver were to go out, they couldn't just sink on their own. They need to put weights on a little belt to help them sink down.
Exactly.
Very cool, very cool. So you mentioned that they eat jellyfish. What kind of things go on? What do sharks eat in here? Can you tell us about how we feed our sharks?
Yeah, so we feed our sharks. We have 4 public feedings a week. So Saturday, Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 1:30. So we feed our sharks. Basically what we do is we feed them from the surface. And they each have their own targets, so they have certain areas that they go to, and then we'll feed them from the top of the long pole. So when they come to the target, we tell them they did a good job, and then we give them their food.
So we've been talking a lot about how a lot of our animals are target trained, and that helps with their health care. Can you tell us a little bit about how it helps keep a shark healthy?
Yeah, it's a great way for us to monitor how much food they're actually eating. And so with sharks and fish, they're really hard to tell if they're healthy because they're not going to tell you. They're going to try to hide it. And so for the biggest thing is how much they're eating. If they don't eat for a couple days, we'll be able to catch that early, and then we'll kind of look closely. Maybe they have an infection, or maybe there's something else going on, and we can kind of look at that individual specifically. So we're able to track everyone over the course of each feeding and to make sure that they're getting the right amount of food.
Now there's more than just sharks in here. I think I just saw a stingray come by. Is that the only stingray we have here?
So we have 2 southern stingrays, and then we have a giant shovel-nosed ray. One's almost fully grown.
That's so fascinating. Now I know we also have more stingrays in the touch pool. Are those guys trained as well?
Yeah, we do actually almost the same exact training for the ones in the touch pool, and that's because some of the animals, like right now we have a juvenile shovel-nosed ray that's in our stingray touch pool. And so when she gets big enough, we want her to have the same training to kind of help broaden that gap when she moves over to here when she gets big enough.
That makes a lot of sense, and it seems like it makes it easier to care for the animals. Now, I actually really want to go and see those stingrays in the touch pool, so I think Scarlet and I are going to head on over there. Thank you so much for your knowledge and your insight, and thank you guys for joining us. I know you guys can't come to the aquarium right now, but we're bringing the aquarium to you. Tune in next time to see some more amazing things.